But obviously, the big news, the headline, the title is that Saka returns. He posted on Instagram saying hello again. The rumors did circulate yesterday about him being back in training, which I took with a pinch of salt. But now I'm seeing this picture and I'm seeing hello again, and I'm seeing rumors that he'll be ready for the Madrid game. I mean, do you think he starts that first leg then with all of this noise, Dan?
Yeah, I think he does, bro. I think he does. And I wonder if it's a massive risk or not. We're going to find out. Funny enough, I took one of my guys yesterday to his back appointment because he's struggling at the moment. And he's actually talking to the sports therapist about it. And he said, look, the technology nowadays in recovery for a third-degree hamstring is absolutely mad. And everyone that's had this operation, they say good things about it. The likes of Michael Owen, obviously, there wasn't around back then to have. And you've obviously got the likes of Hazard, etc., that have had these injuries and not come back from it. I just touch wood that Saka is going to be all right, bro. I just do not want... let's just not beat around the bush. The reason that he's injured is because of the manager, right? Let's just be real. I know people don't like to hear it. I know people don't like to... bless Mikel, doesn't do anything wrong. He got this one wrong massively. He got the Kai Havertz one wrong massively. Yeah, he got the Ben White one wrong massively. You can't play someone who needs surgery and then wonder why they're not that good and then they have to go and get surgery. You can't play someone, run him into the ground. When you're 3-0 up against Preston, you're bringing him on. And we were against Bolton and he's starting him against Bolton. And then we're like 4 or 5-0 up against Lons last season. He's still on the pitch at 78 minutes. Like, what are we doing here? Like, this is poor from Mikel. And I can't sit here and be hypocritical and then say I want him to play in all these games. But I know myself that a fit Bukayo Saka is needed against Real Madrid. And if he's fit and he isn't there and we aren't using him, I'll be really annoyed that we didn't have a chance to actually allow him to bring in and be that moments player. At the same time, I'll be really frustrated if we bring him on and he gets injured. So I don't know that we can win in this scenario, bruv. I do feel like really conflicted about it. There's a lot of my guys saying don't play him till next season. A lot of my guys in the other ear saying you've got to. He's ridiculously important. I kind of sway that side at the moment because I'm so desperate to try and save this season. And I know the only way we do that is by winning the Champions League. Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I think 10 minutes, 30 minutes, you start the game. Fulham 10, Everton 30, Real, you start the game, see how you're feeling after 60, and we take it from there. That's how I see it going, realistically. That's how it should go. 10, 30, 60, and then we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I was with Curtis on my channel. We were talking about it last week, and he was kind of disagreeing with me, saying he doesn't think we should be playing him. And I get that, and I hear that there's some, and it's not because they don't rate him. It's not because they're like, oh my god, this just how fit is he? We do not know this. I think we'll find out in the first 2 games because I think he's going to play sort of 20 minutes against Fulham. And I think he's going to play sort of maybe even not start against Everton, but maybe come on at 60 or something like that. And we see what Saka we get, because it isn't just about the fitness for me. It's also about like the, what do you call it? Like the, like what Saka are we going to get type question. Do you know what I mean? Is this going to affect him now? Because he's been so pivotal and so important, so consistently good for us, bruv. I don't want to get into a stage where we're struggling because I need to see Saka at his best. And we've missed him, bruv. People said to me before, who do you think is the best player at the club? Oh, it's Odegaard. It really isn't. Let's just say how it is. I like Odegaard. He's a good player, right? I think some people give him a little bit too much stick, in my opinion. That's just me. I can appreciate he's not at the best of seasons, but Saka's our best player by far, because there's no coincidence that he dropped off this season. We dropped off this season whilst he's injured. And what was the other season we dropped off? When Saliba got injured and went down. So those two are our best players, right? It's quite clear. When Odegaard went down, we missed a little bit of the creativity, but Saka was carrying us. Saka was delivering. Saka was goals and assists. Since Saka's been out, not just Odegaard, nobody stepped up and gone, do you know what? It's my time. This guy's out. You could argue that Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan have probably showed more moving forward, the young kids have, than the Odegaards, the Trossards, the Martinellis, the Havertz. Yeah. It's been disappointing, bruv. It has.
I'd agree with that. So let's say the next 2 games go in ideal fashion. for you to want to start Saka, for us to want to start Saka in that first leg, yeah. What's your front? It's at Emirates. We need to win, in my opinion. We need to take Saturn to Madrid. What would your front 4-4-5? Let's say, let me just stick to 3. What would your front 3 be? Actually, no, you can't really stick to 3 because I want to hear. What would the front 5 be? The 8, the 10, and then the 3 attackers. If Saka's fit, raring to go, he is your right winger. How would you fill out the rest?
Yeah, it's a great question, man. It's a great question.
And the question's there because really, what I'm asking you is, how do you fit Ranieri in with Saka? That's what I'm asking you, basically.
Yeah, exactly that. So this is what I would do, and I'll counter it by saying this is what I don't think will happen, because I think Mikel will do something different to what I want, right? But this is what I would do. So I would play Partey, Rice, and Odegaard because right now that's the best trio we've got. I would play Ethan through the middle, Saka on the right, and Martinelli through the left. That's what I would do. What I think he might do is play Trossard, Martinelli, and Saka, and Ethan will be dropped. That's what I think it will be. So Trossard will go through the middle, yeah, and then Martinelli. I mean, to be fair, you could put Martinelli in the middle and switch it round to Trossard wide if you wanted to as well. But that's what I think it will be. I wouldn't do that because I think Ethan has been way too important for that. I wouldn't play Marino up front. The other thing you could do is you could drop Partey or Rice, but I don't think you would do that. And then you could play Rice in the 6 and have Ethan and Odegaard as the kind of attacking 8 and 10, and then have Trossard, Saka, and Martinelli. But I just feel like that's taking way too much from your midfield, which has been steal of Partey and Rice. I feel like we need Partey and Rice. So that's why I would say that. So, yeah, I think what it will be, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Trossard, Saka, Martinelli. What I would do is I would have Trossard out of that and have Ethan through the middle, and then Martinelli left and Saka right. And you can switch it around a bit as well, Turkish, in that front three.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Martinelli can have a turn down the middle, Ethan can go wide. You might well put Saka left and switch things up a little bit and have Ethan on the right. You could switch it around that way. And I think all 3 of them are fairly exciting. And all 3 of them have pace and power. And I think that's quite hard for Real Madrid to worry about. Trossard, as much as I like him, he's flattered to deceive the last few. And I think he's been predictable and quite easy to defend against, if I'm honest. So.
It feels like with Trossard starting up top, he'll just be going back to something we know has either not worked or run its course, because Trossard did have patches, but yeah, we've seen it a few too many times to not be as hopeful as we should be going into a Madrid fixture. But if I'm honest with you, I'll probably lean towards what you're saying just to see something different. But we've got 2 games to go. What I was surprised about last time, Matt, is he put Marino up top again, because we had Mark back. I thought, all right, this might be a chance, because Marino's shown he can change up your options coming off the bench with goals. He's done, yes, he scored a couple starting games, one with the PSV wonder out. I mean, if you put that aside, Leicester comes off the bench, Spain comes off the bench, Euros, and just last week. So he can bring that off the bench, but I feel like we should have tried something different out. Ranieri was on the bench for that game, which with Saka on the horizon kind of surprises me, because I would have thought, knowing that Saka is basically back, that might have been the last start for Ranieri for a little while or something, if he's completely against playing him. I'm just yet to see what he's gonna really go with against Fulham and Everton, because really Fulham and Everton is the trial, the test runs. Let's see what we can muster to try and hurt Real. Because right now, apart from now Saka being back and what Saka does, it'd be nice to have something different. And whether that might be Marino off the bench. It's not a great something different, but yeah.
But Marino, to be fair, off the bench against Leicester worked wonders, because it was something that was a different dimension. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I'm not a massive Kai Havertz fan. I don't see that he's not got a place in the squad. I think he can contribute, but I don't think he's done much different, Marino, to what Havertz has been doing. If I'm honest, brutally honest, I think that he's actually managed to look more lethal in front of goal.